Imagine almost 7 hours into a long flight and you get physically ripped out of your seat that you paid for, thrown off the plane, and you get your teeth knocked out.
People shouldn't be treated that way.
It's unbelievable to me that the pilot or the crew or anybody would have let that happen.
Well, the same week, lawmakers were grilling the United Airlines CEO over a passenger who was getting dragged out of his seat. A family on a Delta flight say they were threatened with jail if they didn't remove their 2-year-old from a seat. Take a look.
So there's going to be a federal offense, and then you and your wife will be in jail, and your kids will be.
Okay. So my kid, so my wife, we're going to be in jail, and my kids are going to be what?
It's a federal offense if you don't abide by it.
I bought that seat.
Steve, on top of that, American Airlines is shrinking legroom on some seats. There's a tone deafness to this, no?
There certainly is, David. Too much in finance, not on enough customer satisfaction. They're also considering putting a fine or making you pay extra if you want an aisle seat or a window seat instead of a middle seat. And the bathrooms on these small planes are so small, I think they're going to eventually get a lawsuit from those of us who are calorically challenged. We can't get in and out.
John, isn't all this too much on the part of the airlines?
No, because I think this is what the customers are saying. As much as they would like more legroom and bigger bathrooms, what they really prefer are lower-priced tickets, and this is where we're headed.
But, Bill, look at what's going on. I mean, people are just infuriated by all this.
Solution: travel sites should rank flights based on their quality-adjusted fares. So the airline with the cramped seats or the $5 charge every time you use the restroom would float to the bottom.
Well, that's an interesting idea. Mike, what do you think?
Well, I'm supposed to fly to Chicago on Monday. I'm thinking about maybe, I don't want to go to foster care, so maybe I'll cancel. I tend to agree with John Tamny. I think, the profit picture will eventually force them to adjust. They're behind the curve here, clearly. And as Bill points out, technology is going to change exactly how revealing their service is. And I think that'll also put some pressure on them.
Well, Rich, it is true that these things, our cell phones, are causing a blow-up of all these videos of what happens on planes. So maybe in the overall, people care more about getting a cheaper fare than anything else.
Look, capitalism is all about running experiments in the marketplace. American has the right to run this experiment. It's either going to work for them or not work, and let the marketplace decide.
But, Sabrina, I'm willing to guess that the experiment, at least as far as less legroom on America has already kind of shrunken their legroom, but less legroom, I don't think it's going to go over. Do you?
Well, look, I'm only 5'3", David. I would gladly take a cheaper ticket for less legroom. I do think that there's a bit of a tone-deaf problem, but I think that we have to remember that the court of public opinion was pretty rigorous on United, and I think if other airlines continue to have problems where they're actually physically abusing passengers or harassing them, I think that the marketplace will take care of that.
But, Steve, only a couple of seconds more, but there's going to be some tweaking by airlines, is there not?
There is, and there's a reason why American Airlines now ranks even below United in overall performance last year. The market's speaking. You don't perform, you're not going to do well.
That's right. Listen to the market, businesses. Listen to the market.